Good day, wine lovers. Stephen here from the Napa Valley Wine Academy content team with my weekly update on what is new in membership. Let's get cracking. First of all, we have an amazing little documentary. It's my favorite food and wine documentary series from the good people at Wine Masters TV. The series is The Sources in the Glass, and this particular episode here is all about Georgia. So 30 minutes of Georgian wine, as well as some foods to pair with the Georgian wines. They've got a lovely Saperavi, the big red, and they've also, of course, got an amber wine there as well. A sneaky little insight, they're going to use some Japanese cooking to create a dish that goes well with both of those wines, which I'm really excited about. Now, if you've been watching the last couple of weeks, you'll know we've been dealing a lot with the Rhone Valley as our theme, and this is the last week of our Rhone Valley series. So if we have a quick look at the maps that we've got here, you can see if you're new to wine, you probably have heard of the Northern Rhone, and there's a good chance you've heard of the Southern Rhone as well. But have you heard about the Diois? The Diois, of course, is right there between the Northern and the Southern Rhone, but you'll notice if we zoom in a little bit, let's zoom in, you'll notice that it's actually up in the mountains a little bit, and it's some of the highest elevation in France, 400, 500, 600, 700 meters at times, which is even higher than Savoy. It's pretty cool. So they grow a lot of claret there. Let's have a closer look at it because we've got a map that zooms in a little more. So here's the DOR here. There's 3 regions, or 4 regions, I should say, within the area. Quite a bit of sparkling wines produced there, and it makes sense because, like I said, it's at elevation. So really high vineyards. Despite being that far north, it does actually have a Mediterranean climate, but a Mediterranean climate at a higher altitude compared, of course, to the Northern Rhone, which is further north, which, of course, has its continental climate. So to go with that, we, of course, have the Claret grape, which is synonymous with the area. Yes, they grow it in the Southern Rhone as well, and in the Languedoc, but it's pretty famous there in Diois. So it's an older style of older grape, been around for a very, very long time. Can be produced in a range of different styles, but interesting to see that it's grown outside of France as well. Australia does a little bit of it, Italy, South Africa, and even Lebanon does a little as well. So check that out if you want to know all about the Claret grape. It's not one that people normally know a lot about, so I think there's some interesting information in there. Finally, we do have our mixology article for the week. We're at week 22, so we're almost halfway through. It is the Vieux Carré. Apologies for my terrible French pronunciation there. So another classic cocktail. This week we've got a new addition, and it is the Peychaud's Bitters. So we did have the Angostura, but for some purposes, the Peychaud's provides a different flavor profile. It's very accessible. It's worth having as part of your collection of alcohols to make classic cocktails. So a little bit about the classic cocktail there, along with the ingredients. Uses some of our old classic stuff. We've already got our rye whiskey, our brandy, our sweet vermouth, and from last week, our Benedictine, which is one of our new ones. So check that one out. Learn all about the Vieux Carré. And otherwise, enjoy the new stuff this week. Have a great week. Drink something delicious, a tasty wine, a Vieux Carré, and I'll be back next week. Cheers.